Okay, hi, welcome, have a seat, and I'll show you what I've been stitching. Uh, it's been a little bit more than a week, but not quite 2 weeks since my last video. My hair is still a little wet, so I just got out of the shower. So I showered for you guys, so y'all should feel very, very, special. um, so now I went off track and I lost my train of thought. Okay, so yeah, it's been not quite a little bit more than a week, but not quite 2 weeks. But I felt I had enough to show you guys to sit down and do a quick video. I'm out of breath for some reason. And it's going to kind of be a quick video because right now it is 7:17 and at 8 o'clock the Olympics comes on. At least I think it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I think yesterday they came on at... No, yeah, 8 o'clock. They come on 8 o'clock. I got the TV on, the channel where they're coming on, but I got the volume down because tonight is the men's gymnastics. There's the, I think, platform diving, and I don't know if they're doing... Hang on, I got something on my screen. Okay. And there's swimming, and there's the women's triathlon today. So, are you guys into the Olympics? Oh, I love watching Summer Olympics. I like Winter Olympics too, but not as much. I don't watch as many events in the Winter Olympics that I do the Summer Olympics. I watch, I would say, a good 85 to 90% of the events. Well, probably not that many. It seems like I do. There's more events that I watch that I don't watch. Let's put it that way. Where in the Winter Olympics it's, the figure skating. I like was it called the luge? I like to watch the bobsledding. I like the luge. That's where the guy sits on his back on a skateboard and goes down. Yeah, whatever. But other than that, and speed skating. I like watching the speed skating. Other than that, but I like the Summer Olympics, and I'm having a ball watching it. Yesterday, to make sure I didn't get interrupted, I watched it on my iPad. I had my headphones on, and anyone that looked like they were about to talk to me, I gave them a real dirty look. And I had told everyone, hey, yesterday the Olympics came on at 7 o'clock. Because yesterday was Sunday. And I had told everyone earlier in the day, I said, at 7 o'clock, I'm watching the Olympics, and I don't want anyone to talk to me, to touch me, to come near me, or nothing. Because I'm the only one in the house that really gets into them. My husband used to years ago, but he's just not that into them. Okay, enough about that. Let's see. Other than the Olympics, let's see, what other life updates? I'm still alive. That's pretty much my life update. And I'm still here and kicking. Other than that, I mean, well, Friday I took Lovebug. Me and Samantha took Lovebug to my mother-in-law and sister-in-law's house, and they have an above-ground pool, so she went swimming, and that kid has no fear. I mean, Samantha went in, and she turned around to get Lovebug off the steps, and before she could take 2 steps, Lovebug just jumped in and went straight to the bottom. Samantha's like, ah! And, lifting her up, and Lovebug's just laughing. I'm like, well, she's not scared. We need to teach her to swim. So I think next Friday I'm going to go. I didn't go swimming with her. I just watched. But I think next Friday I'll go swimming with her. And because in my youth, I used to teach little kids how to swim in the summer on the weekends. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's see what else. That's it. Me and Terry are... Well, I'll talk about that later when I get into this. But okay. Now, guess what I got to show you? I got some FFOs. And I'm so proud. I love the way these turned out. One didn't turn out quite as well as the other ones. I mean, it still looks good, but it was the first one I did, and after I did it, I was like, I need to change that a little bit so it doesn't look that way, and I did, and now they look even better. But I got 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, if I could only count, 5 Christmas ornaments done, and I'm not well, there's no reason to show you the picture because I got them done here. All right, this is the first one I FFO'd. And I'm not going to put bows or anything like that because I like mine. Like I said, I think the bows and all the frou-frou look pretty. I'm just not a bow and frou-frou type of person. Never have been. So I'm trying to keep them simple. So this is the first one I did. I don't know what Pepper's growling at. And when I finished it, I finished the back two. I did two. See, I did two. I did them the same size. And after I did that, I'm like, I should probably do the back just a tad bit smaller, so that, you know, if it tilts a little bit like this, you don't see it as well. So that's Kris Kringle. Now I might later on go buy like some, like, you know, maybe a snowflake charm or something to put on the corner or something. I might do something like that, but I'm not putting any kind of bows or anything on it. So there's that one. These are all Lizzie Kate that I'm about to show you. And the fabric on this, I love the look of flannel. I love flannel. I don't know why I love flannel. I just like to look at it. And this is actually flannel because I got a bunch of flannel. I didn't do them all in flannel, but I did that one in flannel. The rest I think are just regular fabrics because that was the only flannel I had that looked Christmassy. Then I did this one. Cute. And see, on the back, I did the back one just a tad bit smaller so that, you know, it's not as, you know, if it's tilted this way a little bit, it's not as noticeable. I don't know. I just like it that way a little bit better. And not all my corners are perfect, but you know what? I'm not perfect, so why should my ornaments be perfect, you know? Ta-da! That's the second one. Here's the third one. Ta-da! I like her. She's so cute. And I don't know, you know, I thought about putting, you know, some, what do you call it? The trim that goes choo, 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 choo. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I thought about doing trim or something. I'm like, nope. Now, see, like on this one, see, this is where I thought I might get, like, you know, a charm, some sort of Christmas charm, because there's a lot of white space over here and up here. And I thought, well, maybe if I just put, like, you know, get a little present charm and a little snowflake charm, that would kind of, like, get rid of some of that blank space. Yeah, I'll show that one last because that one's my favorite. Now, I love this Christmas fabric. I got this at, where did I get this? Joann's. I got it at Joann's, I think. Isn't that pretty? And I like it because it's not dead straight. They're kind of wavy. So I don't have to worry about it, you know, putting it on crooked because it's not, you know, it's already crooked. I like that one. Jingle bells. I need to get a little bit better at not having so much white space all the way around. And I will sooner or later. I'm always afraid that I'm not going to have enough. And then this one is my favorite. And I love the fabric on this one. Rudolph. That fabric. I got this fabric back in, I think 2019, at the beginning of the year. I went to Texas to a little small retreat. There was only, I think, a dozen of us there. Sherry Burkhart was there. Tracy P was there. Oh, Cretia was there. I think Sammy J was there. There was, you know, I think me and Tracy were the only ones that come out of state. But we went to one of their quilt shops there, and that's where I got that fabric that long ago. But I love Rudolph the nose deer. Rudolph the red. He's got a red nose. So those are my finishes. I was hoping to get some more finishes this weekend. But, you know, Love Bug was here this weekend. And right now I'm sitting at the island in my kitchen, and that's where I do all my finishings because I can sit in a chair. I don't have to stand on my feet, and I have a big cutting mat that fits perfectly on here, and I can have all my stuff out here, and I can keep it out for a day or two without having to put it up, because especially during the week, because I don't cook during the week because it's only me here for dinner. But anyway, that's where I do it. Where on the weekends, this is a spot where Lovebug, she loves playing with Play-Doh. She loves to paint. She likes coloring. But the only place she's allowed to do that, and she knows this, is right here. So she knows if she wants to play with her Play-Doh, she comes and she sits right here and she asks for her Play-Doh. So, and she was playing with her Play-Doh all weekend. So, but I'm hoping every time I do a film, I have, and I keep, see, my eyes just won't get away from this little red, because the camera's over there, but I'm looking at the dot over there. So anyway, as I was saying, I don't want to get off track here. I am hoping that every time I do a video, I have some FFOs for you guys, because I got tons of tons of cross stitch that I finished from 2015 up to present day, and they need to get finished. They need to get finished. I got places for them already, and they need to get finished. All right, let's see. Now, I'm pretty sure I mentioned I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my last video that me and Terry, that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, me and Terry video chat and stitch together. And we're usually on anywhere between 1 and 2, usually between 1 and 1:30. Whatever you think, Terry. She just sent me a message. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe do a new start that day. So anyway, she'll know what I mean. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. Tuesdays and Thursdays we chat. Usually, a couple of hours in the afternoon, between the hours somewhere between 1 and 4:30, somewhere around there. And we decided that right now, every time we stitch, we're doing Christmas ornaments. Oh, Terry just got home, by the way. She's sending me messages. All right, Terry, you're derailing my train of thought here. Hang on. Okay, so we decided that right now we're doing Christmas ornaments. So the first Christmas ornament that I finished while we were stitching, this was the first one I decided to stitch. I don't know if I know I showed you, I think, progress, but I don't think I showed y'all the finish. And this is what I'm hoping to have FFO'd by my next video. But here's the finish. I love, see on here they have it like on like a light brown or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. But I love it on the blue. I love it on the blue. And especially because the white just pops. Especially that white border. It really makes it look like it's lace or something. So I finished that. And I got there's a little candy cane that goes on it. And I got that. I had to hide it because Lovebug found it this weekend. And did I put it in here? No. I think I put it in the other thing. She found it and was playing with it. So that was a finish. Now the next one that we did, me and Terry worked on the same one, and she had said that she was going to do this, and after she told me, I'm like, oh, I think I got that one. I looked and I did. So we both did this one, or started this one. Pretty sure she's finished. I was supposed to finish this weekend because tomorrow we're not doing a video call. Tomorrow I'm actually going over there. And Thursday, we were going to start on something else, but I don't remember what we were going to start. No, I was going to do another one of these. I think she was going to do something else. I don't know. But anyway, she had told me to go ahead and finish it since she finished hers. And I haven't yet. I haven't worked on it since our phone call. But I'm going to work on it tonight while I'm watching the Olympics, because this is an easy one to do. And I'm almost done. And it was funny because when we started it, before we had the days leading up to the phone call where we started this, we both said, okay, we'll do the tic-tac-toe part. And then we weren't going to tell each other which, we were going to do a tic-tac-toe first. And we weren't going to tell each other what tic-tac-toe we were going to do and see if we picked the same one, and we did. We both picked this tic-tac-toe to do. I just got to finish my bird, though. And again, I love, it looks like it's, oh, there, see, it's not gray. Sometimes it looks gray, but it's blue. I just love the way the white pops on that blue. And when I do these Christmas ornaments, I'm picking scraps out of my stash. So that was my other Stitch with Terry project. That's what I call them, Stitch with Terry. Alright, my next one. Okay, if you are a member of Cross Stitch Finish Line, and if you're not, how dare you? No pressure. But if you're not, you should, because. Just because. Terry does a daily dice thing where she, oh, excuse me, almost burped out loud. Where she rolls the dice every day, and you take whatever the number is, times 10, and you pick one project, and you do that many stitches that day, and everything. So, I started, I did it. Every day, I worked on the same project, didn't have many stitches. I just wasn't good at always posting a picture, because sometimes I'd do it like, it'd be the last thing I do at night before I go to bed. And it was like I would do it, and I put it down. I said, I'm tired, I'm just going to go to bed, and I'd forget to post it. But this was the first, and I decided to do these. I got some of them done, and it's like, they're real small. It's one of these things that every time I think, oh, I should do that, and I'm like, oh, well, no, those don't take so long. I'll do it next time, and I'll do something a little bit bigger. And then, here it's been, what, how many years later? 3 years later, and I don't have them all done. So, I decided I'm going to use these for the daily dice until I get them all done. And this was my first daily dice. April. And I love the way it turned out. Now on this, don't ask me what fabric this is. I know it's a Monaco, but there's a lady that sells fabric on one of the Stash Unloads sites. She dyes it herself. And I think that's the only place that she sells it. So it doesn't have a name. She just, dyes it. And she does really nice colors. Really nice dark colors. I find I like the dark color fabrics. So that was my first daily dice finish. Let me put this in the back so you can't see me trailing my threads in the back. Well, I don't care. I'll even show you that. Ta-da! So, that was my first one. Now, I got other ones done on this. Now, and I know I showed you before, eons ago, when I first started this, but I thought I would just go ahead and show you the ones I already have done. I had gotten January. I love the way January turned out. And that's one of the things I like about using these dark fabrics, especially when it has a lot of white. The white just explodes. They don't pop, they explodes off the page. And then I did February. And then I got March. Then I did April. And I had August done. And this is how I'm going to finish them. And then that way, when I got this at, I don't know where I got this. I think I got this at Michael's. And just this weekend. because I actually had this on something else, and I ended up not liking what I had it on. So I'm like, oh, that looks perfect on that. And then I'm not going to put in, what I'm going to put in it is all the months will fit in here. And then, but then I did August. And I did August. August was the first one I did, and I did it when I first got the pattern back several years ago, because I started it in July. I'm like, well, I'll start with August, and then in that way every month I can do one. Well, I did August, and then several months later I said, well, I'll just start from January now. So that's that. So not tomorrow, because, well, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow after I get home from Terry's, because like I said, I'm going over Terry's tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll do May. You can see it. They're so small. And there's a glare, and I'm not taking it out of the package. And so I'll start May for my daily dice. Alright. And I'm not going in any particular order. But, alright, last time, I had started this, and I had only gotten, like, the bottom part done that you can't see because I'm in my Q-snap. But I've been working on, and I don't have the cover to show you because I have all my working copies, but I don't know where my pamphlets went. They're somewhere around here. But I'm working on K is for Kitty. Again. Let me get this. I guess I'm just going to have to break down and get one of those fancy boards that like everyone uses, like the Sunshine Stitchers use and whatnot. But, you know, I'm not one that's fancy. So this is K is for Kitty. So I got all this part done down here where it says K for Kitty. I got all the kitty done except I got to do the mouth, the rest of the nose, and the side of the whiskers, or she's going to be off balance. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what this is. That's the beak. There's two birds up here. These are the legs, and that's the beaks of the birds, because I'm trying to figure out, did I make a mistake? What is that? So all I got to finish is the cat, the two birds, and all the leaves. So this should be finished next time I do a video for you guys. And honestly, it would have been finished if I hadn't I got a new start. I got to show y'all my new start. Y'all gonna hang on to your seats. But yeah, this would have been finished if I wouldn't have started the new start that I started, which I'm about to show you. This is really going to be a short. Well, it's 23 minutes. I can. Put this back. I tell you what. Before I show you my new start, let me show you some stuff that I got. Now, me and Terry, we jinxed ourselves. We really, really did. We were talking one day on one of our Stitch With Me's that me and her do, about how we got all these patterns. Oops, it's falling. I don't want it to fall. Hang on. I mean, I got this whole island. You would think I'd have enough room for everything. Anyway, about how we have all these patterns that we want to do, that, you know, we still love them all. We still want to get them done. And we're never going to get them done if we keep buying stuff. So, you know, we just have enough. We don't need to buy anymore. The only things we need to buy is if we need floss or if we need fabric for something. But I just love running my fingers through my hair when it's still a little bit wet. Do y'all do that? Okay. Sorry. Well, we jinxed ourselves. Because, you know, we had said, you know, that come 2022, that's next year, right? Yeah, this is 21. So in 2022, we had decided that for our chats, we're going to pick one project, start it together at midnight on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day morning, whatever. And we're going to get a big project that we work on all year long. It can get done by the end of the year. And we're only going to work on it when we're chatting. Well, of course, we couldn't pick something we already had. We picked something that we both saw and loved and really wanted, and we figured this was the excuse to get it. Yeah, I've seen it. All right, I'll take this one out of the bag. Even though y'all seen people working on it, and probably everybody already has it, I'll still take it out of the bag to show you. So we bought this to do when we stitch and talk to each other. I've been seeing this. I've been seeing everyone working on it. I've been loving it. I've been so jealous because everyone's working on it. And I've been telling myself, no, I don't need it. I got so much to do. No, I don't need it. I got so many patterns over there that I want to get done. No, I don't need it. And all it took was Terry sending me a message. Hey. And what do you know? We bought it. Then she sent me the other day, did you see this stitch along on Instagram? And she sends me, I forget who's doing it, but it's like a sampler of all office supplies. And I'm like, oh, you're killing me. She's like, and she goes, I wouldn't even know where to put it. And right away I said, my desk. I didn't get it. I'm not doing it. But she's tempting me. So that's what we got. We got that to do. And we were tempted to start it already. But I said no, because I'm really looking forward to starting it and working on it all next year with you. So no, we're not gonna cheat. Alright, I went shopping. After I just said that. But this is different. This is different. Okay. I don't want to fall off the chair. See that? There's my awesome basement door. Did y'all miss my basement door? It's been a while since I've seen it. Okay. Y'all see all my Lizzie Kates there? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 2 more. I've done these a long time ago, but I got these 2 that I need to frame and put up there. But I didn't want, up there I got, looks like 2 of them are the same color, but they're all like a little bit different. And I didn't have any other frames that I liked, so I went to, I think I've got these at Michael's. I don't know, it's made in China. I'm pretty sure these are Michael's. And I got these frames. They're going to fit in there perfectly, and I got 2 white ones. Because I figure I'm going to put one on top and one on bottom. So I got these. They were on sale. They were buy one, get one free. That's why I got 2. So these will be finished. Y'all will be seeing these as a finish on my next video. Hopefully. And while I was there, Michael's had a bunch of stuff at 70% off. And I seen a couple of things that I just had to have. I think I'm missing something too. Oh well, I think there's something. I think there's one more thing I bought. I just don't remember. It's not here. If I did and I find it, I'll show y'all. But now I got this just because it looks like a mason. A mason jar. But I plan on stitching something, and I'll probably even leave the star and this off and putting it here. And, you know, cover. I might let a little blue show. But, yeah. And this was $9.99 at 70% off. So, it was, I don't know. Someone do the math and put it in the bottom. So, people like me who can't do the math will know how much it was. I used to be able to do math in my head like that. But, you know, it's one of these things. You don't use it, you lose it. Well, I don't use my brain, so I lost it. And then I also got this. It too was at 70% off at $9.99. And I think I got something. And I think it's actually, I did Country Cottage Needleworks Red, White, and Bloom. I think will fit in this. And if it does, I'm going to finish it and put it in this. Because that'll stand up on its own, or I can hang it on the wall, or whatever. And then, one more thing, and then I'll show you my new start, because I don't want to forget to show you my new start, because I'm like all excited about it. I got this. This too was at, actually I think this, yeah, I think this was at 70% off too. I think. I don't remember. But I thought it was cute. Now, I don't particularly like this part, and I'll probably cover this up with the cross stitch, and I probably won't leave all this greenery in it, because well, it's like the stuff that it's stuck, the greeny, the foam that it's stuck in is like glued into the wood block, so I can't take that part off. But I could take some of the greenery out and put maybe some flowers or something in it. And even though it says it was $19.99, it was I think it was more than 70% off, because I think I got it real cheap. Let's see, $20 at 50% off is $10. So 20% off of, I don't know. Like I said, someone do the math and put it in the bottom so I know how much I paid. I don't know what a receipt is. But, yeah, I'll probably cover this up with something. I don't know what yet, but I love the box. And I love the fact that it had the greenery in it. Like I said, I might put a little color in it. And again, this was the other thing I bought. I knew I bought something else, but I already showed it to you. And this too was 70% off. That's what it was. Alright, so that's all the stuff I bought. Terry, we need to go to Hobby Lobby. I was watching someone's video the other day, and they showed something they got at Hobby Lobby on sale, and I loved it. I'm like, oh, because Hobby Lobby for us is like over an hour away, so it's like a trip. Okay, let's talk about my new start here for a second. For you handful of people that have watched my videos from day one, I started doing these videos, believe it or not, in 2015. Know that I think sometime in 2016, I started having an Earth design. And it was a lady with the background and all that. It was a fairy. I don't know. It's from Rachel something. I don't know. And I actually got 2 pages done on it, and I quit. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. It was driving me crazy. And I think the reason why it was driving me crazy is because I was doing it. I didn't want it really big. And the instructions on it called for 25 count, 2/1. So I had bought 25. I had 25 count. I was doing it 2/1, but it was so thick. I had gotten like 10 stitches in. I was having a hard time getting my needle in. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then someone way back then told me, oh no, do it on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. That'd be much better. And of course, it was my first Heaven and Earth design. I didn't stop and think. So I did that. Got 2 pages done and hated it because, no, I just can't do 28 count 1/1. Stitchy Mommy does 40 count 1/1, and I'm like, she's my idol, but I can't do it. It was driving me nuts. And it was driving me nuts because it was hard for me to keep my place, even though I was highlighting, and I usually don't highlight. Even though I was highlighting, it was still hard to keep my place. And it got to and it would get the X's were so small, and if I had like X's and they were like, I didn't like the way it was looking, and I said, forget this. I guess I'm just not a full coverage person. I'm just not going to do it. So I gave up on the full coverage. Decided that full coverage just wasn't for me. And I figured if I ever wanted to do that fairy, I could do it on 18 count, 1/1, and I could take the background off, and it'd be pretty much the same size as a Mirabilia. And I figured I could do that if I ever wanted to do it, and do it without the background. Okay. Now, that wasn't the only heaven and earth pattern that I owned. I owned another pattern I actually bought before that one that I absolutely love. And I bought it because I loved it. And I bought a digital copy, so it was on my iPad, and I swear, at least once a week, I would look at it on my iPad, thinking, oh, this, I would just love to stitch this. I would just love to stitch this. Well, at the beginning of this year, I had ordered something from 123 Stitch, had ordered some fabric, and they sent me the wrong fabric. They sent me 25 count easy guide, and that's like was so far from what I ordered. So I called 123 Stitch and said, hey, you sent me the wrong fabric. I ordered some Picture This Plus, I think it was, and you sent me this easy guide. I don't use this easy guide. I said, I said, what? Oh, we'll send you the fabric that you ordered. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do with this easy guide? And they said, oh, I'll just keep it. It's no big deal. Okay, you know. So I've been sitting on this easy guide thinking, what am I going to do with this easy guide? So then I said, you know what? I wonder how easy it would be to do a full coverage on that 25 count easy guide 1/1. So I found out. I started dog bookcase. When did I do this? It doesn't say when I ordered it. I love this. Now, you see the, whoops, let me move my drink over here before I spill it. See the two that are scribbled out? I'm not going to stitch those two books. Because, and the reason why, I mean, my fabric is the easy guide that I got, and I didn't want to have to go buy another one, but the easy guide I got wasn't long, or, well, yeah, it wasn't long enough to fit all the books. So, if I had stitched the whole thing, I'd have a little less than an inch border on the sides. My borders up and down are fine, but it would be a little bit less than an inch on the side. And I didn't want to chance it. So I decided to take one book out, and I was going to take this book out. But then I was looking at them, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll take two books out. So I picked the two books. I'm not a Chihuahua fan, and I hope I don't offend anyone out there that has Chihuahuas, but, you know. And then I just took this one out because out of all the other ones, this is the one that, all the other ones, the books, I kept because I like the books. What book was that one? I can't even tell because I scribbled over it. And I've also decided, and this is a black and white copy because I didn't want to print it out on my printer colored because color ink costs an arm and a leg. And I decided that when I stitch this, it's set up to where it's easy just to stitch one book at a time, and then you have like black stitches here, and you can cook. So when I'm going to stitch this one book at a time, because if I get just 3 books done, and I think okay that's enough, or if I get 4 books done, don't feel like doing it anymore, I can stop and frame it just like that. Then later on, if I decide I want to do 4 more books, I can. Was my thought. You know, especially if it was, you know, stitching up better than the other one. Now, I started this on a Friday, and I worked over. I can't do I can't do a full coverage when the kids are here. I'm going to have to work on this when I don't have kids around. But that's my progress. And it doesn't look like much, but I'm very proud of it. I mean, this is the puppy's leg right here. I only worked on it for like 3 days in the evenings and got so much done. It is so much easier to keep track of where I am. I'm not even highlighting my pattern. I don't have to, because I can you know with the and then, like I said, this is the first time I've ever stitched on any kind of gridded fabric. Now, I'm not going to go crazy and start gridding all my fabric for all my projects, but if I do a full coverage project, it will definitely be on Easy Guide, because it is a game changer. So that's what I got done. You know, and I figured you know, if I do one book at a time, then if I get, just a couple of books done, shoot, I can just get one book done, decide to frame that, and then, or whatever. But one book would be like a small completion. But I'm having so much fun doing it, and it's all because of the Easy Guide. Why didn't you guys tell me about Easy Guide? Oh, teasing. I know some people probably told me about it, and But yeah, that was my new start. I'm not going to work on it today, because today I'm going to finish up that one Christmas ornament, and I want to finish up my Prairie Schooler K is for Kitty, and then after that, then I'm going to pick this up and work on this some more. So that's that. That's it. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hang on. Okay, it's not on yet. At 3 more minutes until 8 o'clock. That's okay. I mean, the first is a bunch of commercials. Okay, anyway. Plans. Let me tell you my plans. I mean, I told you a little bit about my plans, but I'm not going to tell you anything else about my plans until tomorrow. That's right. You will be seeing me again tomorrow, whether you like it or not. I'm going over Terry's tomorrow, and me and Terry are going to be doing a video together. And it's not, we're not showing, it's going to be an update video for Cross Stitch Finish Line. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the events and everything that's going on Cross Stitch Finish Line and showing you guys what we are going to be stitching or what we plan on stitching. I may show something and say I'm going to stitch this for this and then change in the middle of the month. You never know. But that's our plan, to show you what we are going to do for these events, or the ones that we're going to work on, because we don't stitch on all the events. And originally my plan was to stitch on this one on the Stitchathons every other weekend. And I could do it, but I wouldn't be able to do it until like after 8 o'clock when Lovebug goes to bed, because, well, I don't know. I might be able to do it because, see, the weekend I started this, my son wasn't here. So it was just me and Lovebug. And my husband happened to work that weekend. So it was like, I'd sit down to stitch and I'd get a couple stitches in, and it's like, May, I'm thirsty, or May, come play with me, or something. So that it was like, I didn't get, not until she went to bed did I get a good chunk done. So if, with my son being back now, because he had gone to California, and if he's here, then I should be able to get some progress done. So that was my whole intent. That was what I had planned, is doing these on the Stitchathon weekends. Why am I telling you my plans? I'm going to tell you tomorrow. I just said that, didn't I? Okay. All right. Well, that's it. I'm going to upload this video, and then while I'm watching the Olympics, I'm going to finish that Christmas ornament, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you had a good time. Enjoy watching the Olympics if you watch them, and happy stitching!